I'm Drew Davis with Rizzieri School, and welcome to the Beauty Boss Trends segment. Today, listen, you guys, I'm kind of geeking out a little bit because today I have Steven Arturo, celebrity makeup artist. I mean, he's done everybody from Beyonce, Rihanna, the Willow, Jada. I mean, for my first guest for the Trends series, it's mind-blowing. So, welcome.
Thank you. That's very, very sweet of you.
Yes, it's so exciting. Today we're going to talk about a few things. I want to talk about just like the industry. We've talked a little bit about how it's shifting, about how, people are thinking because all the makeup tutorials and YouTube that hair is out. Hair is definitely not out. I think
hair is really like not out, in a major way. We saw
Right.
that at the American Music Awards.
Yes.
Some awesome, great hairstyles that we'll talk about.
Yes, I can't wait to the end to show you guys what we're going to talk about. I think that, a lot of people think, and I think I want to talk to you about this, is that, a lot of companies, and when you get hired, when you first start as a professional, they hire people based on if you can do hair and makeup. Like, sometimes they'll hire a makeup artist and a hairstylist once you get to a certain level, but in the beginning, don't you feel like if you didn't know how to do hair and makeup, you wouldn't get hired sometimes? Or they're like, we only have a budget for this person.
Yeah, like a lot of budgets are smaller, so they can't afford like two people. So if you can
Right.
do both, oh my God, like you're like, that's the golden ticket,
Right.
really. As you career develops and there's higher profile jobs, bigger
Right.
budgets. A lot of times they'll choose separate people because they have the money to do it.
Yeah, and that's when you get into like the higher editorial stuff. They need somebody who's very, very niche and good at that
Right.
like specific look.
Right.
But as the industry shifts, I feel like it's important for people looking into getting the beauty business to go to cosmetology school. Skincare school is great. I mean, it's only a few more months less than actually going to cosmetology school, but you're not learning nails, you're not learning hair, you're not learning skin and beauty.
Right.
So I think that's really important. I
Yeah.
just kind of want to talk
it's
about
super
that.
important. I think as far as aesthetics and
Yeah.
if you only want to concentrate on skin and you want to be an esthetician and that is your lane,
Right.
and you have no interest in the other things, great. But to really be educated and know
Right.
hair and makeup is just it'll never fail you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I guess let's talk about how you started in the business, because I think hair had a big part of it.
Yeah, it's my career is interesting. I only do makeup now, and for many years. But a lot of people don't know, I started as a hairdresser.
Okay.
I went to hair school. I was fortunate enough to work for a major person in the industry that
Right.
had many salons, like 3 or 4 salons,
Okay.
and a school,
Right.
like Rizzieri Institute.
Right.
So I worked for her, and I had a lot of advanced education,
Okay.
and that's what really grounded me in this business, because she was doing photo shoots. So I saw that, and I wanted that.
Right,
You know what I
you
mean?
wanted to be a
I
part of
wanted to
that.
be, yes, like I wanted to do hair in the salon, but I also wanted to do like the photo shoots
Yeah.
and create beyond my
Right.
client walking out the door.
Right.
Um,
So then, did that kind of transition you to liking makeup a little bit more after doing
Yeah,
hair?
well, once I started doing like the photo shoots
Right.
and things like that, I was working with professional makeup artists,
Yeah.
and how it went would you would prepare the hair and set the hair, and
Yeah.
then the makeup artist would do their
Right.
portion, and then after that, you would finish the hair, and we would be ready to shoot. So I would just really stare and study and at what people were
Yeah.
doing. And most of the time it was good, but sometimes it was not good, and I'd be like, ooh, don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Can I jump in there and fix that
Sure,
for you?
yeah. So on a very basic level, I had learned what to do, what not to do from watching other makeup artists.
Okay.
So, you have to learn from somewhere. You have to educate. So you have to get that
Right.
from somewhere. I was lucky enough to be on set and being able to actually watch and study what
Right.
people were doing on the basic level. And then, I'll go into more of
Yeah.
the advanced part.
But yeah, I mean, that's
later.
kind of how I started. I actually went to hair school. and worked in a salon, and then realized that I didn't really love doing hair as much as I loved making people feel beautiful by doing their makeup. And
Right.
then, a couple,
Right.
15 years later, got into marketing because I realized I really love that portion of it. But still, I
Right.
feel like it's all full
There-
circle.
There's so much
Yeah.
you can do in this business.
Yes, so much.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And being educated, and because you have done the
Yeah.
hair and you did that route, and then the makeup and you did that route, you're better equipped to do your job.
Right.
Because the beauty industry is a billion-dollar industry. There are so many things you can do within the industry.
Right.
Oh
It's amazing. I mean, look at Kylie Jenner. I cannot
my
believe.
God. Like,
If we could all be Kylie one day. Shout out Kylie. Maybe you'll
Right.
share this if you see it. But so let's talk about some career-defining moments for you. Looking over like everybody you've done, I'm like, oh my God, like it's amazing.
Like one thing that really sticks out to me is when I moved to New York,
Okay.
like early on in my career, a friend connected me. I had a celebrity friend, and she connected me with Kevin Aquan,
Okay.
the great late Kevin Aquan, who
Yeah.
was a master makeup artist, and has 4 books out. So anybody who may not know him, go on Amazon and get some of his books because
Yeah.
he's.
I
he
think
was
it's one of my
brilliant.
first books.
He was brilliant. That's where I met my good friend, who's now family, Anna Marie Rizzieri, who is
Right.
also a brilliant makeup artist and has done, high fashion and
Yeah.
celebrity, and she's just, continuing to kill it, 25 years later.
Yeah, she's pretty amazing.
So I got connected with him, and I started doing fashion shows with him, which is where I met Anna Marie.
Right.
And that was a real career-defining moment for me, because working with such an iconic
Right.
a master of the game, and he
Mhm.
was doing. He was doing everybody back then. You know what I
Really?
mean? Oh, every
Yeah.
major celebrity, like he, from Julia Roberts to Janet Jackson. Everybody was like just clamoring to get his
Yeah.
hands on their face.
Yeah, so you guys got to assist him.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So,
That's really
and that was, education. So,
Right.
I started from on a basic level of just, watching other makeup artists when I was doing hair.
Right.
Cut to moving to New York and working with Kevin Aquan, and so that was really got some of my
Yeah.
advanced training.
Okay.
Now it's so great because there are so many ways to educate yourself out there now. There are so many options,
I know.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, with social media, it's like blown up. The
Right.
whole influencer teaching
Right.
yourself how to do your own makeup. I
Right.
mean, my daughter who's 12 is like in the bathroom
Right.
doing her own YouTube. I'm like, what is happening here? Like, I had to practice on Barbies.
Right. I mean,
And
I will say in regard to the YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
education, and that is a form,
Right.
and everything has value, but a lot of those people do makeup on themselves,
Right.
and they have the best light and they have the filters. So if you see those people a lot of times in real life,
Yeah.
it's cakey, and they look like they have a mask on, and
Right.
basically you really want to enhance your beauty, you know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
have a mask on, because that doesn't feel good.
No,
you know what I mean?
absolutely not. Yeah.
So
I think that's a really
where
good point.
I think like education
Right.
comes in, because it's a little bit more diverse than like a YouTube
Right.
tutorial with someone doing makeup only on themselves,
Right.
because that's one skin tone, one skin type,
Yeah.
one style of makeup.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
You're not learning on the different face shapes and
Right.
skin tones.
Right.
So talk to me a little bit about, just like advice what you would give to yourself if you were just starting out.
if I was just starting out now, I would say to myself, educate yourself. So there's, like I said, there's different ways to do that, but I think you need a strong foundation to do that. So with me, I was already in the game a little bit.
Right.
You know, I started my career in Boston, which was a small market, and, you know, went to New York. And I had Kevin Aquan to kind of work under as far as makeup. And I had at the hair game, I had, you know, a person to work under in the hair and also get, you know, educated that way. Educate yourself. I would go to a proper school,
Right.
you know, and that way you will be more of a diverse artist.
Right.
With that, you can also, while you're doing that, you can watch a YouTube video. I mean, I used to be like a magazine junkie. I would study magazines.
Yeah.
You know, this was pre-internet. I would like buy every magazine and I would look at it and stare at it and pick it apart of like what it looked like they did to create that look. So while you're getting the formal education, continue to also, you know, watch your different videos, and also you'll see like,
influencer.
oh, you know, that looks good. That didn't work so good. I don't really like that, because you're also developing your own style. You don't want to adapt someone else's. You want to create your own.
Stephen, you're dropping some knowledge right now. I really appreciate it.